Is my mic at least working, Jack? Can you hear me? Bunch of this stuff doesn't look like it's set up right. Well, at least I tried. But seriously, is my audio at least going through? Well, at least I tried. Okay, yeah. All right. So I think what happened is I think there was just an error in the settings on the clip. Oh well. Could be worse. Could be worse than it is. This one's a little too ominous. Let's skip this song. Anyway, all right. So what's up? We got Gortz here, Jack. We got Ruler of Duloc. What's going on, guys? All right. So basically, I just kind of want to talk about some issues I have with Smash HT made hot tub streams before the Twitch meta. I basically want to talk about a couple of issues I have and why I'm like kind of itching to jump off of Twitch. And then I might play a little Call of Duty later. I don't know. We'll see. So here's the problem, right? We all know that Twitch has serious issues with bans. Okay? Bans, communication, everything. I think we all need to embrace the fact that YouTube has this feature more than we are right now. More streamers are starting to come from Twitch to YouTube because of the benefits of having the algorithm and all these other things, right? Twitch doesn't have the algorithm. It basically serves the people that have already blown up. You have to network heavier than on any other platform to grow on there. The benefit of YouTube is having the algorithm, so you get recommended stuff. You're more searchable, right? There's a lot more benefit. I think that's why I think I want to switch over. I'm going to try and use this channel, but if people don't like getting notifications for the streams, I will be just turning off notifications, but I'm still going to probably stream to this channel. I don't know what's going to happen with VODs. I don't know what's going to happen with VODs, though, to be honest with you. Let's see, who else we got in here? Luna Lizzie, George, Ghost Shark. What's going on, guys? Okay, so now a little more specifics about what I'm talking about, like the issues I have in particular, right? So obviously, as George 12 said, pressing F for Doc. Dr. Disrespect's ban was obviously a bad one. We don't know why. There's a lot of issues around the Dr. Disrespect ban. But more so than that, I think I need to turn this down a little bit. More so than the Dr. Disrespect ban. By the way, my kid's watching TV and stuff, so you might hear him making noise and stuff every once in a while. I listen to stream VODs, but keep in a playlist. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to put them on a second channel. No. I'm probably going to keep them up, but unlisted. Whether or not I make them public or not, like make them publicly accessible, I don't know. But I like one of the reasons I'm doing this is, and this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'll go back to the bans and all that stuff in a few minutes. I'm going to go more about the benefits of streaming on YouTube, right? If you stream on YouTube, like right now we got 22 people here, all right? Let's assume that in the next 10 minutes, half of that dips off, right? But then I still have 10 people here watching for another hour or two, right? Well, that's an hour or two of watch time that you didn't previously have. If YouTube likes to focus so much on watch time and on your channel, like the more watch time you have on your channel, supposedly from what I've heard, is better for your channel. So streaming on your channel, even if it's not bringing in new audience or whatever, could potentially actually benefit your channel anyway. Like, even though it's not bringing new audience directly, it could potentially benefit your channel by making it seem more beneficial to YouTube to promote you. Based on what I'm hearing anyway. There's a couple different details I got to work out with some other people that I've heard some other people talking about what they've done. Wang and a couple other people that have started streaming on their channels. Even like Wang, I'm sure you know who Justin Wang is, right? Doesn't do gameplay content. But he does gameplay streams. And he just has a way he like privatizes them, does a couple different things. To avoid them messing with his main videos when they release. Makes a lot of sense. And then he still retains like the watch time and all that. Have you heard of the new 1 minute short meta. I haven't messed with shorts at all. I do want to start messing with shorts a little bit. But I haven't messed with them at all. Now, so the big drawbacks to YouTube, right? The big drawbacks to YouTube are what? By comparison to Twitch. YouTube's system is a little bit more complicated. It's not as refined, right? It's not as perfected. There's some issues with the way things work on it, just all around. It's a little bit less. It's a little more clunky. The setting it up is a little more clunky. The streams don't go as well. They don't work as well. There's a lot of issues with streaming on YouTube. But the biggest issues is that you can't clip things on YouTube. You can't, YouTube didn't have a way to, donate directly to streamers and stuff. Whereas now you can use Super Chats. You couldn't do that before. You can use Super Chats now. Twitch had bits. They had their own currency they made up in place of using actual currency. I don't know why that was the choice, but that's basically all it is, right? But, okay, so let's go to Keem's Twitter. Make sure if it actually went over here. Yeah, there we go. Apparently there's a little more of a delay on this stream than I thought there was, so it's a little more delayed than I realized. But anyway, so new feature from YouTube to cut clips found it on this old video. Don't see it anywhere else, though. So apparently there's a couple people have been finding this around. Supposedly, some YouTube videos or streams or what? It looks like YouTube videos, because this is an internet historian. It looks like a video, not a stream. My son's very audible right now, apparently. So, on this Asmongold, yeah, this is an Asmongold video, not an internet historian video. I didn't look at that before. Oh wait, no, it says it right there. I don't know. I was looking up here for some reason and looking down instead of looking down here. Anyway, it's a video. It's not even a stream as far as I could tell. It looks like it's a video, but they can clip. You can clip it. Yeah, 41 minutes. It's not. He doesn't stream for 41 minutes. So now you have clips that are starting to be rolled out to YouTube. Now, I've heard for a long time that one of the big benefits of Twitch was that because of clips, your best moments, the audience can clip, and then they get shared around, and it kind of serves as promotion. Dang it. He's so quiet normally, and he decides to be loud tonight. I need to loosen up. I'm taking this too seriously. Anyway, so the thing about this whole thing is... Oh, my word. I tried so hard to prepare for this, and it's turned into such a train wreck. All right, so clipping turned into, in a way, promoting people. Like, even though your clips don't get, spread by the algorithm on Twitch, people are sharing them like crazy. Exactly. Kid gonna kid. Right. I like Twitch Theater. Twitch Theater mode better. Yeah, no, there's definitely some things they can do better. They're getting closer, though. Oh, no, he's not. He doesn't want attention. He's watching with the TV. He's playing with the TV. He's, chanting and goofing around with the TV. But, yeah, so basically, having the clips feature allowed streamers to have their cool moments or whatever, and without having to make a highlights video, fans could just clip it and share it in the moment. I do it. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys are following me on Twitter, right? You've probably seen me at least once clip something or post a video of Pay Money Wubby. Most of the time, I post videos of clips of Pay Money Wubby because I clip them in the moment. YouTube having the ability to clip will be very bad. Will be very bad for some people, but it'll be very good for others. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work out, but the fact that it's going to have clips and we already have Super Chats. I saw somebody mentioned that they take from Super Chats. They do, but I believe you actually do. I believe they take from bits as well. I don't think you. I don't. If I remember correctly, I'll look it up real quick. Twitch bit purchase. Purchase bits. Okay. See, 100 bits is $1.40. So you're paying $1.40 for 100 bits. 500 is 7. You're paying $2 more for 500 bits than you are in cents. So Twitch is taking almost the same amount as YouTube would take, because look at that, 140 out of 100. So they're taking 40 out of 140. That's almost a third. And my understanding is that that YouTube takes about a third, something like that. It might maybe half, something like that. That's one thing I don't know, is where the clips go, because this has been this is like really early, it seems like, in the setup process. I don't know if the creators that have the clip feature even know that they have it, because no one seems to have talked about it. And I think Krazier said, yeah, it's been around for a few months. Now I've seen it on a lot of the Minecraft channels. But the Minecraft channels haven't talked about it. No one's talked about it. And usually when YouTube starts rolling things out like this, no one's like asked, hey, don't talk about having this feature or anything like that. No, they just give them the feature, and then, you know, what happens. But I feel like they probably would have noticed if there's a clip thing on their channel now. So either they have noticed and they have talked about it, but for some reason no one else noticed that they were talking about it, or maybe they haven't actually made a place for all those clips to go yet, public, but they're storing them on the back end and they're looking at them to see how well it's working, to make sure that when they're clipping things, it's not breaking things or whatever. Now, it's interesting because YouTube's I don't know how many of you are creators and how many of you have tried using YouTube's built-in editing software. It is atrocious. It takes forever for it to do anything. And it's because you're trying to work on their servers. Their editing software is on their servers. So you're trying to connect through their servers to use their editing software, and you have to wait for it to process things. It's kind of a pain. But the fact that the clips are even going to be an option, that they're even going to be available, is fantastic. It could open up a lot of really cool stuff for people. And like I was saying earlier, combine the clips, right, with the fact that you have the algorithm. So if the clips now can also go into the algorithm, and they're not just like imagine if the clips ended up kind of being like shorts on your channel. Like, that would be really cool, but it would also spam the feed. So I'm guessing they're not going to do that. But it would be really cool if they give you the option to, like, treat it like a short. Like, you could release clips that people make as a short on your channel. That would be really, really cool. I'm hoping that becomes a feature. Because they would be combining the features to make them all work much better together. Imagine if you clip your kid annoying you. I mean, technically you can if you just screen record the whole thing. But no one's screen recording my stream right now. So maybe it turns up like stories. See, that's what I'm saying. But the problem is, like, on Twitch, if everyone clips the same moment, there's a ton of the same clip. So I'm guessing they're not going to do that. But I think they're going to allow you to publish them like stories. If they don't, they will be really, really missing out on that. I don't see them not doing that. I'm curious to see if they're going to make it so, like, they can clip your stream or your videos, but the clips don't go public until you tell, like, you okay the video to go public. I'm kind of hoping they'll do that. I'm sure they'll have the ability, like, the option to turn off clips as well. But yeah, like, I mean, you've got the built-in purchasing, right? Because on YouTube you have all right, let me start that over. On YouTube you have super chats. On Twitch you have bits. On Twitch the bits seem like they might be a little bit cheaper. But not much. Super chats are, I would argue, easier to use, and it's a less complicated system because you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're buying and what it goes to. So I like the idea of using super chat more than bits, to be honest with you. Now I don't think YouTube is as functional with, like, YouTube doesn't have, like, a bunch of plugins and stuff like Twitch does, where they partnered with companies to do that stuff. Like on on Twitch you have the sound alerts or whatever. So like, I can allow people to use bits to donate like a couple bits or whatever to play a sound effect or whatever. They're really cool. It's a really nice feature. YouTube doesn't have it. There's a lot of that kind of stuff that YouTube doesn't have, and they're not going to have it until they feel like the actual platform is ready to have stuff added onto it like that. I'm pretty sure. So I'm hoping that where they're headed is going to include that. Because one other thing a lot of people have talked about before was, why can't you donate on videos that are already public? Why can you only donate on streams or on what do you call it? Premieres, that's it. You can donate on streams and premieres through super chats. But you can't do it anywhere else, right? But they've been toying around with the thing called applause. I don't know if I can find a video. Let's see if I type in YouTube applause. Oh, there's actually a video right here from somebody named Andrew Can, who appears to be one of the YouTube guru type channels. Yeah, okay. It looks like he actually does. It looks like he works with TubeBuddy or something here. Yeah, so it looks like there's actually channels that have already talked about this feature that are like actual, decent channels that do this kind of stuff. They're aware of it and they know about it. So it's not just a rumor. It's a reality. Let's see what's going on in chat. Hey, Sean, been a while. How you doing, man? Toxic Dome, what's going on? Do you reckon some people might disable clips and be looked down upon, like people turn off comments? I don't think so, because you can still screen record, and some people don't want to have the clips taken. Like even on Twitch, you can have clips turned off. And the reason for that partially is so that, like, for example, like if you react to something, you can't like get flagged for DMCA as easy and things like that. So there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons people might want to turn that off. Just living the YouTube struggle, buddy. Yeah, right? Yeah, I feel you. So, between the fact that clips will be easier, it looks like people can actually clip highlights, like their favorite moments from your videos too, which would be really cool. Like, for example, I'm sure if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that in January, I posted a rewind video of my own channel. I make one every year. I've made one 3 years in a row now. I've made a rewind of the previous year as kind of a trailer for what happened in the last year, so you get an idea of what I do throughout the year. So the fact that somebody can clip their favorite moment of a video, that's really cool. I don't know if that's a feature on Twitch or not, because they do have a video upload feature that no one used because there was nothing to do with it. It would just kind of sit there and do nothing, right? There's no benefit to having that feature on YouTube or on Twitch. So hopefully YouTube is going to promote this stuff a little bit more, because obviously what they want is to just continue to help push the entire platform forward. Isaac Kite, what's up? Gamer J Lee from Wish. No, you can't retract that. I already saw it. It's probably on the thing too. Imagine if the gatekeep appraisal feature is just coming to everyone. I don't know. I'm assuming that things like clipping and the applause feature will probably go to specific creators at the top first and work their way down, because typically that's what they tend to do. It seems like they'll roll it out to a couple channels, they'll let them keep it, but then they'll go back to the top, and that's when they'll start doing the mass rollout. Can you make it attached that way? I want to, but the problem was, let me try and see if I can do it real quick right now. Because I don't think I can update it while I'm live through Stream Elements. I feel like at this point I've been gone for. Oh no, what? Edit. There we go. Collect the clips. Every creator can have their own. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Right there. People can have their own rewind. It'll make it much easier for people to do their own rewinds and stuff like that. I love I love that option, that function, for so many reasons. The fact that YouTube is going to have... oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, see, it was actually supposed to be light gray, but it showed up way more, like, just black, and that's it. Alright. Did it change? Let's see if it changed. Did it just crash? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it changed the URL. Let me get back to that. What's up, Default Dan? Once YouTube implements clip feature, I'll stop being a Twitch simp and move over platforms. All right, so you know what? Yeah, so real quick, now that we've talked about a lot of the benefits, right? There's other benefits, but I feel like we've kind of covered enough of them. So real quick, oh, there we go. It's already working. There we go. It took a little while to reset, basically. So why don't we talk about the negatives to Twitch, right? As a lot of you know, I'm buddies with Tipster and a bunch of other streamers, right? Now, let's say I get banned on Twitch for some stupid reason that I shouldn't have gotten banned for. Something stupid and small I shouldn't have gotten banned for. I get banned for, like, you know, I say something on stream that for some reason sounds like something else. Like, I kind of slurred my words a little bit, and it sounds like I said something really, really bad or something. And so they ban me because they think that's what I said, right? Well, now I can't go on anyone's streams that is streaming on Twitch without risking them getting banned because I was on their stream. I think most of everybody here knows that banned streamers on Twitch are not allowed to be featured on Twitch on any other streams. Not allowed to be on there at all. You can get away with it, but you can get banned very easily for doing that. So I personally wouldn't want to go on any of my friends' streams and risk them getting banned because I went on their stream. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, admittedly, it would be hilarious to go on someone's stream and every time I go on their stream, pretend I'm not me, I'm totally somebody else, and have like an alias every time I go on stream, but everyone knows it's me. But realistically, I could just do that anyway if I really wanted to. It would be funnier if I was banned. But anyway, the point is, I don't want to risk any of my friends getting banned because then they have to risk other stuff, right? I don't think I'm necessarily going to risk a ban. I'm pretty mild, but you never know, right? Now, the reason you never know is because Doc was banned. We still don't know why. Pay Money Wubby was banned, and they admitted he shouldn't have been banned. He got permission. Everything was done properly, correctly. And he was banned for a privacy violation that wasn't real. There was no privacy violation. He was banned. Now, granted, this is a little older, but then recently, obviously, the Amaranth thing. These are just the three biggest situations. Hey, Mr. Tom Show. What's going on, man? Thank you for the 4. What is, I'll be honest, I don't know the currency, but thank you for the 5. Much appreciated. Let's see. All right, I'll read chat while I'm stopped. Is a clip feature for everyone? Don't know yet. Unfortunately, we don't. And it's right now. It's just rolling out to specific. I mean, right now, like it's on. What was his name? Asmongold. Asmongold. That's a really large channel, so it's definitely possible. It's also possible it'll only be larger videos at first. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Twitch and YouTube are sadly too volatile. Unless you're already a big YouTuber and have a connection, you'll just get screwed over. I mean, there's an element to that. But at the same time, I've seen so many smaller channels blow up lately. Like in the last year, Cordwit had one video skyrocket to 1 million views, and he hit 50K from like 10K off of one video. That dude deserved it already. Definitely deserved it already. But being a small creator, it's still possible. I'm not looking to get like huge, right? But the people I've seen, like, take off is insane. Like, I've known Augie since he had, like, 5 people watching him on Twitch. I think I've known Augie since the first After Hours. I'm pretty sure I've known Augie since about the first After Hours. I don't think I watched the first one. I think it was, like, the 4th or 5th one I watched. But, like, that's how, like, I've only known Augie for, like, 2 years, 3 years, maybe. And look where he's at now. It's insane. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do some modding in a little bit here. All right, Jack, I'm gonna make you a mod because I don't have any right now. Just so that if there's anything in chat that like gets held by the system, you can go ahead and approve it. Pewds has it. Seems to be bigger creators. Oh, does PewDiePie have it too? Let me look at that. Yeah. Wow, look at that right there. I'm waiting for the thing to go on my screen, but it's not going to. Anyway, yeah, right here. Clip. I forgot how bad that delay is. I gotta stop looking at the. I gotta stop looking at that screen to see how things are working. I know it's much harder for larger content to appear in people's streams. I just heard Chad talking about it on Cold Ones one time. It's harder for large content creators to appear on other people's streams. Yeah. I'm not surprised Critical has it. Yeah. Raw's here. Corbett blowing up. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's quite a few people that have blown up pretty well. What emote got banned? I'm not aware of any emotes getting banned. No. I mean, I also don't follow it really. I'll be honest. Here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure most of you probably know I'm working on a Doctor's Disrespect video that's supposed to be out in the next week and a half or so. I was planning for this for the 1st, but with it being a holiday weekend, I decided I think I'm going to push it. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do the stream, because I was like, I need to get something done. I feel like I need to get something done with the channel. It's already been like almost a month. I need to do something. So I'm streaming, and then next week I will be posting the video. Hopefully, I'm hoping to have the video still done on the 1st, and then I'll just like make it, unlisted or something for the patrons. But the goal is to have it out for sure by next Friday, to catch it for the weekend. I shall abuse my powers responsibly. Did you see the emote? As you should, Jack. Yeah, Jack the lovable tyrant. Corbett absolutely deserves a success. He's definitely earned that. And matter of fact, can I just say, I don't know if anyone's seen it. I have not responded to it. Someone, just cause why not? Why not? We've already kind of like gone way off track a couple times with this. So real quick, I figure I'll mention this here. Let me see if it's still here somewhere. I know Tipster tweeted it out a little while ago. Trying to find it. Somebody has more than a hate boner for Cordwit. Just jumping in before I go to bed. You write Twitch creatively, stifling site. I feel the stuff produced on YouTube just works harder for. Exactly. The turnaround you get for anything you do on YouTube seems to be better and better as we go on. When streaming was first introduced to YouTube, a lot of people tried it on their main channels and it tanked them. But it seems like a lot of people now, it's actually worked out in their favor. As long as they don't stream too much, or if they have the right kind of channel. Like, for example, a gaming stream probably wouldn't work as well on my channel unless I was playing with people and we're having a lot of fun, and it's a really entertaining stream, like, because of comedy value. But like a commentary stream, like a topical stream, a podcast style stream, not a podcast stream, but that style where you're talking about something. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know why, for some reason lately, I'm moving my hands a lot. But yeah, so like a lot of it has to do with how your channel works. If it makes sense for your channel, it's probably not going to impact you as much as previously would have. It seems like every time YouTube adds a feature, it doesn't do what it's intended to initially. People jump to try and use it, and then it doesn't do anything. Then everyone backs off of it, and eventually they kind of get it. They kind of nudge it in the right direction, and eventually, it works. It works. Like remember the community tab thing. I've backed off of community tab. I should be using the community tab more. But the community tab, they pointed out that the more overall interactions your channel has, the better it is for you. If they interact with a post in the community tab, it still treats it as interactions, and if someone interacts with that, it most likely will increase the odds that they see your videos and recommended and stuff like that. It just increases the odds. The whole YouTube platform is basically about increasing your odds, right? I'm not a success story of that, but I know that's how it works. I'll be honest. I have artistically shot myself in the foot so many times because I was like, I know this thumbnail sucks algorithmically, but I like it so much, and I stuck with it. And I knew I was going to take a hit, and then the video tanked. Agreed. Chord rate is yeah, exactly. It's in my DMs. Okay, it didn't show up because I don't have open DMs with you yet. What? Wait. At first I thought this was a joke, but that's Dexerto. So wait, hot tub streams aren't sexual, but Winnie the Pooh in a bikini in a hot tub with money flooding, that's sexual? Alright, see that's a prime example. That's a prime example of one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm going to go and read that article later. The fact that YouTube is... Okay, we've had problems for years with YouTube being inconsistent and flaky on their terminology and a bunch of other stuff. But Twitch actually makes YouTube look like perfection. Twitch does such a good job promoting YouTube. It's insane. If YouTube can find a way to fix the YouTube streaming UI, because like I agree with some people said earlier that they don't like the YouTube stream UI, like how, or not UI, the layout, like how the chat and the everything. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel as perfected as Twitch. But the number of, like, I would hate to follow streamers that constantly get banned or permabanned even from Twitch. The fact that Amaranth got demonetized she got basically labeled non-advertiser friendly. She's now advertiser friendly again, but no one told her it was going to happen or why it was happening. No one told her that it did happen. She had to ask them about it. She found out it actually did happen, and then eventually they reinstated her anyway after all of that. So what was the point? What was the point? It's such a bad platform, not because the platform itself, but because the people that run it make zero sense. One concern I have, like I said, is that if I was to get banned, I wouldn't be able to play with people anymore, or talk to people anymore, or whatever. So if I stream on YouTube, I'm safe, right? I lose out on the fact that I don't have the diversified platforms where I have different audiences. But I gain the fact that I know that if I lose YouTube, well, Twitch is a last resort. I guess, right? But I also know that YouTube's probably not going to ban me for zero reason. And even if they do, I actually stand a chance of getting through to Team YouTube. Whereas on Twitch, people get denied all the time. I had a friend, okay, I never told anybody this really, but a couple of years ago, I could probably still reach out to him and ask him to vouch for it if I really needed to, but I don't think anyone's going to question this kind of story. A couple of years ago, like 6 years ago maybe, I was still just doing Minecraft and stuff like that, goofy gameplay videos, and I had a friend watching my stream. I had somebody that was like trying to egg me on to get me to like pick up a Skype call and all these different things so they could IP scrape me. Luckily, I was smart enough to like mute it and all that stuff, so they couldn't do it. There was nothing to grab. So they were just sending bots into my chat instead. For some reason, that was like a huge thing to do to Minecrafters. Even nobody Minecrafters, you would just go through Twitch and just attack everybody. So all these bots are jumping into my chat. Me and my buddy Hobo or somebody were just banning everybody, right? Eventually it stops. But then there was like one person that was like arguing about why I was banning them and all this other stuff. Some moron. And we went to ban them, and my one buddy that was still in the chat was like goofing around about like doxing me. He was jokingly like typing in 123 New Jersey, Delaware. It was obviously not a real address. But he was like making fun of the guy that was talking about it. And Twitch banned him. They IP banned him. Not just a ban, IP banned him because he was doxing me with a fake address that went to nobody. At one point he was typing gibberish in chat. He got banned like 3 days after the fact. It didn't make any sense. Well, I tried to reach out to Twitch multiple times. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. This is like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, when it was a much smaller platform. Should have been able to reach to somebody back then, right? Definitely should have been able to reach to somebody back then, if ever. Eventually, they ended up unbanning him after I had sent a couple of emails. It took him like a few months, I think, and then he got an email back saying that they had unbanned him. But it took, if memory serves, it was like 2 months to get him unbanned for something that didn't actually happen. It's insane. So, I know that even as a small creator, something ridiculous like that could easily happen. And I'd rather just avoid it altogether entirely. All right, let me see what I've missed in chat real quick while we'll catch up real quick. Resisting Twitch gets me hard. What's up, John? All the furries are gonna be pissed. YouTube's layout's been janky since they changed the video player. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't like the layout in general. Like, it's weird that like comments are so hard to find now because like one single line under the video on mobile, and on PC it's obviously the same as it was. I like that, but the description's harder to find. It's really weird, but it's still better in some ways. One thing I don't like is that I do. Okay, so there is one thing that I don't like about YouTube, is that they are hiding stuff behind a paywall with YouTube Premium. They're trying to get people to go into YouTube Premium for certain benefits that you get from Twitch for free. One of which that I would use a lot myself is the ability, or at least from my understanding it exists. I've never had Premium, but I'm considering getting it once I'm in a little bit of a financially more viable situation. But what was it? I can't remember all the features, but I know the one in particular that means the most to me is the ability to listen to videos. Not watch them, listen to them. Screen off, audio only. Oh, downloading videos. You can download videos with YouTube. I think that's the other one I was thinking of. But I think there's a couple other features as well. But these other features are locked behind a paywall on YouTube, but they're not on Twitch. Although I don't think you can download videos on Twitch either. I don't know what the feature I was thinking of was, because I know there was a feature that Twitch allows you to do that's not locked behind a paywall that it is on YouTube. But anyway, because I like listening to podcasts and stuff like that. I listen to things all the time when I'm working. I'm a pretty busy guy. Obviously, I'm a dad. I can't wait until he's asleep to stream sometimes. I got a lot of work to do around the house. I work a full-time job, and then I try and be a YouTuber at the same time. So my life is very full. So I have to listen to things a lot of times instead of watching them. It saves battery. If you're like out on the go, if you don't have the video running, it's much easier for your system, your phone, to process the audio only. So if you're in a place with a lower signal, if you go through a dead zone, you have a better chance, if you're just listening to audio, that the audio will keep going while the video doesn't. While the video wouldn't, Because if you're listening to the video, it's not going to just turn off the video and continue playing the audio. So there's a couple different features like that. Let's see. That's one of a few reasons not to stream on YouTube. Wait, what? Oh, because of the layout. I know most people don't like Twitch UI layout, but I never could get into YouTube's. Yeah, YouTube's kind of sucks, but I've gotten used to it. Facebook gaming. Yeah, no. By the way, I'm like taking breaks from the chat is what Oh no, I know you can download clips, so you can't download VODs. But with YouTube, you can download videos. That's how I understand it. Bronx Beats thinks he's funny. Okay, so we know that Twitch has a tendency to ban people like crazy, right? We know that Twitch doesn't have an algorithm that promotes you. We know that not only bans, but you're running risk of a bunch of different issues with Twitch. YouTube also has the DMCA protections. YouTube has already been through the whole DMCA thing, whereas Twitch are still trying to find ways to let the users skirt it in some way, while not. They're not like hardly policing anything. They're just kind of like, all right, well, here, this is the best you're gonna get from us. This is the best management you're gonna get from us. Like, Twitch should have never been letting people use copyrighted content to the extent that they were to begin with. I never understood why. I've been saying for years that they were going to have, for lack of a better term, a reckoning. Like, it was going to happen. It happened to YouTube. Why would it not happen to Twitch? Shocker, it happened to Twitch. And it's just going to keep getting worse. It's going to keep getting worse. It's just, I don't see how it will get better instead of getting worse. They would have to make such a hard left turn that it's crazy. Matter of fact, I'm sure some of you saw on Twitter today that Twitch got a mass takedown notification or something like that. Like, a bunch of people got emails. Let me see if I got the email, actually. Let me see if I got the email. I know I don't have any clips that should have been taken down, but let's see if... Come on, where's it at? Would it be this one? No, I think it would have been the other email. Okay, so I don't have the email. I didn't get the email. Unless it's this one? No. I'm checking all of my emails that I currently have logged into this PC. No. Yeah, no, I don't have the email. Okay, but I know there was multiple people tweeting out screenshots of this email they got from Twitch, saying that there was like a couple thousand or 1,000 or something like that. There was a lot of DMCAs that just went out. Actually, you know what? Let me see if Slasher has it. Let me see if Slasher tweeted about it. Oh, actually, right, it's right there. It's the top article. Twitch sent out a new email during the night stating they've received 1,000 more DMCA takedown claims from record labels, likely before we see another ban wave. The music industry once again trying their hardest to make sure the internet is a miserable experience. Now, it's funny. I have an interesting take on the copyright and all that, right? I don't think that music is impacted hardly at all by people playing it during streams. I think that the owners have the right to, and should have the right to, control it. But the logic that playing someone's music on your stream is damaging their, like, it's somehow impacting their revenue, doesn't make any sense. Because it's not like a video. Music and games are things that people will play on repeat. People will not go and watch, for example, this stream multiple times for the lulz. They're not going to. Why would they go and rewatch this stream? There's no reason to. Because you've already gotten all you're going to get from it. Whereas music, you listen to it for an entirely different purpose. So I think there is nuance, and there should be nuance to how the copyright is handled, but at the same time, I think that it makes sense and probably should be more so in up to the owners of the copyright whether or not they want to pursue anything. But yeah, I've struggled with that thought process though, because I don't know if it's just, I know it comes off sounding like, well, yeah, but I'm a YouTuber, so of course I would have a problem with the kind of content I do being held to a different standard. But there's actually a logical difference. There's actually a real difference. Now, I could completely understand why you wouldn't be able to treat them differently, and I don't think we will. All copyright will probably be treated the same way. Dude, can I be honest? I hate the term copy strike, because the minute she said it, people said it as a joke for a couple days, and then it actually turned into people actually unironically saying copy strike. Like, they didn't, like people just stopped saying copyright strike. I know it's a stupid thing to nitpick, but it just, I don't know why it annoys me so much that, like, I don't know why. It just pisses me off. I shouldn't say pisses me off. Annoys me. Doesn't really piss me off. It's just, hyperbolic. Twitch is terrible at DMCA. There's always live streams of live sports. Yeah, exactly. The fact that we're still seeing, every once in a while, we'll still find out that there's an actual porn stream happening over there is insane. That was another thing. The whole double standard thing. There was the one girl who's like recording OnlyFans content, and then accidentally ended up going live and streamed herself flashing the camera, and she got a temporary ban. Like, it was directly sexual. It was intended to be sexual. These YouTubers remove strikes after 90 days. Yes. That is one other benefit. I forgot to mention that one. YouTube does have the strike system, and it is temporary. Supposedly, okay, so Nick and everybody talking about the copyright system and all that recently, I think they said that they believe it's somewhere around 6 strikes you get with Twitter, but as far as I know, with Twitter, they don't come off. They're not as transparent, I guess, about that system, because I've never heard anything about a strike system on there, but it makes sense that they would have one. And then Twitch doesn't seem to have a strike system at all. It's very much go with the flow, how we feel like dealing with it. Because I get the feeling that some of these top streamers who are reacting to TV shows and things like that are probably getting a little more leeway than whatever strikes they actually have. I have a hard time believing, because they have to actually police it. They obviously have to police it when people are frequently getting struck down. Like, they're okay, so you're repeatedly getting struck down for stealing people's copyright. So we need to police this. We need to punish you for that. So they have to do that legally. But they don't really have to. I don't know what the rules are as to how frequent infractions have to be, or how many of them there have to be. As far as I know, there isn't a limit. They just have to prove that they're handling it. So, like, for example, if they started just taking away monetization, like ads, if they took away ads from somebody who had too much copyrighted content flags, but then they would have probably banned anybody that was, like, under half that person's size for that, you know what I mean? Like, if Hassan gets ads taken away for watching an episode of South Park, but then if, Nick was to go stream on Twitch and stream an episode of South Park, probably banned, because he would have a much smaller channel, and it would just be an outright infraction. Just, he's gone. But because Hassan is bigger, has connections, he gets a little bit of a benefit. Now, on YouTube, you do also have that same stuff, because, like, at a certain level, you get partner managers. The more social cred you have, basically, with, like, a bigger follower count and things like that, the better chances you have of getting a hold of somebody that can help you. But at the same time, there's guys like, remember Twoon? His channel was stolen, and it took forever to finally get YouTube to help him. They kept saying they're helping him, and nothing. They weren't helping. They did nothing. They did nothing for months. And then eventually, they finally, oh, there we go. We got him. There you go. It's back. But they were giving him a runaround for months. While his two of his channels were sold off, I believe. And then the big one, thankfully the big one, no one sold or bought or whatever, so he was able to get that one back. But that was a nightmare. I can't imagine losing like 140k sub channel to some hacker or whatever that then just uploads trash to it, like I think it was PUBG mobile gameplay or something. It's depressing. It sucks. Favoritism is gonna screw them. On Twitch for sure. On YouTube, it's less obvious and there's less of it, as far as I can tell. There's obviously favoritism, but it seems like because the scale you have to reach is much larger, it sucks because at the bottom you're still not getting any help. You still feel like you're kind of like an outcast or whatever. But it seems like as you go up that scale, you're slowly getting there, right? Whereas with Twitch, it seems like it's entirely based on favoritism. Who do they like, whether they're big or small? Who do they like? I definitely turn a blind eye for big creators. I think it's the other way around. Oh wow! I just realized I have my stream going on a separate screen. Whoops. Yeah. So anyway, it's all gonna come down to that stuff. I think it's really going to come down to how fast does YouTube build out the infrastructure for streaming. They still took down Pew's Kokomo video. Yeah, there was some justification for that though. As much as I hate to admit it, there was some justification for that. It sucks, but some of the stuff he did in the video, given the tone and delivery, I could understand their argument. As much as I hate it, because that kind of thing I think should be allowed, especially if it's marked for adults. If it's marked for adults, I don't think it should be able to be flagged for, like, well, it comes off as kids content. Well, no, they're the ones that marked it for kids, not for kids. So why would it be going to kids? There was no, like, I don't know. I understand the logic that, like, kids are using adult counts, and that's why they would get a hold of it, right? But that's what frustrates me about it, is like, okay, you can't collect information on kids' accounts or kids' accounts you think are kids that are watching stuff. So you'll have to punish people like Pewds because he makes an entertaining and funny video parodying kids' content. Like, and like, I'll be honest, I did actually point out some hypocrisy and some flaws within that logic, though, because there's, like, what was it called? There it is. Hug me. Don't hug me. I'm scared. Don't hug me. I'm scared. It's a parody. It's parodying kids content, but it's really dark and creepy. These go viral all the time. 29 million views on this creepy content, right? But it's clearly like parodying kids content. Let's go to the end here and see what. His head explodes. I don't know. That doesn't look as creepy as the other ones I remember. But some of these are like creepy videos. Dude, that channel is terrifying. Yeah. See, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, but that's like, why is this channel still allowed to exist? These videos are allowed to exist, but PewDiePie's can't because it's too close to parodying kids' content. It doesn't make any sense. I can only imagine it's because Pewds got complaints against him, and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared didn't. It's the only thing I can imagine. It's the only thing I can think of. I have no idea what else it could possibly be. I just realized they're due for another one to come out. Because Help 2 was 7 years ago. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3 was 6 years ago. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3 teaser was 6 years ago. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 4 was 6 years ago. But then it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 years ago. So they're every couple of years now. So I think they're due for another video. Big man, you need to make this channel more violent. Do something crazy on your channel. That violent enough for you? I was trying to find my sword. Couldn't find my sword anywhere. So, a hatchet will have to do. This chair is such trash. I'm gonna get a new one eventually. See, if only you could have clipped that. Plus, half of those kids would sign, or their parents let them. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the other thing is I hate that. I hate that the onus falls on YouTube. And the only thing that sucks is if YouTube had originally kind of policed that behavior of letting kids do whatever on their parents' accounts. If YouTube and Google would have handled that initially when it was a problem, we probably wouldn't be in the situation to begin with, because the whole reason they got in trouble is because they knew and didn't do anything about it. So if they hadn't played that game of like, well, we're just gonna let the kids do whatever, you know, if they hadn't done that, they probably would have had the grounds to say that, well, we have a kids app. The parents need to let the kids use the kids app and not the adults app. Oh, it wasn't an axe, but it was a hatchet. So it's a small axe, I guess. I was looking for my sword, but I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, this chair I've been beating up a lot lately as a joke. See, how long have we been going? We've been going for... I'm just going to have to look at my OBS because it doesn't look like it says it in the YouTube studio here. Oh, almost an hour to the minute. It scared you? Somebody's trying to post embeds. Just so anybody that's in the Discord knows, embeds are turned off for most people. Because we recently had an issue in the server where somebody got in the server and basically attacked the server. So, server's locked down right now. I don't know if you saw the Twitter post or not, but, you know. Won't be a joke when you wake up at 3 a.m. with J-Station in a chair haunting you. The chair's come back from the dead. Guys, the chair has come back from the dead! Whoa! But yeah, so anyway. Alright. I don't know if there's anything else to really talk about with that. Oh yeah, binge a bit of the MODOK. I haven't even started watching MODOK yet. I'm not super familiar with MODOK, but I do want to check it out and see what it's like. Remind you of Robot Chicken? Yeah. I think I heard that some of the writers from... Oh, cool, there's another half-baked. I didn't know there was another half-baked today. Calling chair at 3 a.m. OMG, he actually came to my house. Yeah. I don't know... I think I heard that there was actually a writer or two from Robot Chicken that went over to work on that. which would make a lot of sense to me. They're like the best at that kind of content, so why wouldn't you get them? You know what I mean? Goofy kid. Yeah, so I think I've pretty much covered everything I want to talk about regarding Twitch in particular. So I guess I'm just going to play a little Call of Duty or something for a little while. Yeah, I didn't realize it was coming out this soon. I thought it was like much later in the year. I will say I'm really excited for Loki. I'm getting more and more excited for Loki. I had almost no interest before. But I've started actually getting some interest in that. My interest is growing. My interest is peaking. This kid is like so determined to be as loud as possible tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed that the intro audio didn't play. So now I'm gonna have to edit out the 5 minutes of intro audio. I don't even know if I can go in here and fix it. No, I can't. I'm gonna have to wait until after the stream. That sucks. Are we really complaining about girls being naked in the bath? Say, let's just, more Twitch room breaking. So, all right. You know what? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the hot tub meta, right? Personally, I don't care much about the actual hot tub meta, right? But the one thing I do kind of take a little bit of an issue with, Rambo's gun game? Let me see what this is. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna play this. Some fun game. Yeah, so the only issue I really have with the Twitch meta, the hot tub meta, right, is the ones that are like specifically doing as much as they can to get as far from what they're actually supposed to be doing when they do that as possible. For example, my favorite one to mention is when people were tweeting out screenshots of them like crazy, and Turkey Tom tweeted out a screenshot. I'm not gonna look for it, but I need to turn the master volume down here. Turkey Tom tweeted out some screenshots, and one of them was a girl. A lot of the screen was like obscured with overlays and stuff, but you could see she's not in a tub or a pool. She's in her house without one of those, but she has an inflatable floaty sitting up against the wall next to her, and she's still in a bathing suit. No tub, no pool, not even a gif of one in front of her or something. There was nothing. It was just the whole purpose was to get as close to breaking the rules as possible, and that's it. When it comes to that stuff, instead of actually, like, if you want to actually stream at a public pool or something, like, I don't care. That makes sense to me, but
what kind of odds am I getting?
the heck? I don't know why I'm hearing people's voices. I have chat on. I have in-game chat off, so I don't know if that was, like, in the song or what. That was weird. Has anyone done penis painting yet? That would be fun. Body painting. Yeah, that'd be funny. I don't know if any dudes have done that. But it's funny because body painting was already allowed before guys were allowed to be shirtless on Twitch, I think. I don't think it was super recent that they made it that you're allowed to stream on Twitch shirtless as a dude. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a super recent development. But it was crazy because, like, you're allowed to do you know, hot tub streams and all this other stuff as long as you're wearing a bikini top, but dudes couldn't be shirtless, and yeah, it was weird. I don't know, like, it was a weird dynamic, a weird way to focus on that. Ah, crap. Oh. I hit the thing, but it didn't go over. Thanks, Jack. Man, that sucks, too, because I just had a really good run. I just killed like 6 guys in a row. That was a really good run right there. That was a really good run right there. Hopefully you can see it if I win this. Hopefully you can see the, what do you call it? But yeah, so, like, in terms of, like, the like, more egregious offenders, like, what do I think matters? I think, like, I think, what's her name? Amaranth. I think Amaranth, is it not going yet? Why is it not going on my screen? Oh, somehow I activated studio mode. Sorry. I don't know how that happened. Somehow I activated studio mode so I can hit the button all I want and it's not going to actually transition. I did actually hit the button to transition, but it didn't want to move. Oh, okay, so that I thought I was hearing somebody actually talk. But it was that. It was just a clip in the song. That was weird. But yeah, so Amaranth. Regarding Amaranth, she's very specifically tried to push as much as she could on that line of what the TOS allows under the rules of hot tub streaming.
Cause then you'd be dead too, asshole.
Oh. Because, like, one of the things she was doing was I mean, she might still be doing it, to be honest with you. But she was, like, she would, like, get in the hot tub or in the pool or whatever. Then she would sit on a stool in the hot tub or pool and play, like, Mario Kart and stuff. So she wasn't doing anything with the hot tub or the pool or anything. It was as obvious as it could possibly be that the only purpose of her doing that was to be on camera in a bikini. Which, again, I'm fine with, but Twitch's rules and how they police them, essentially, is the issue I take. What am I doing? A PS5 giveaway? Ah, crap. Jump behind a wall. Come on. Oh! Dick. This ADS for the sniper is so bad. Oh, crap. Where was that from? Dang it, somebody else got him. It's up for a PS1 giveaway. Aw, man. That must have been the last gun. Just about the last gun. Alright, I refuse to believe that was better than my kill streak. My kill streak was way more impressive. But yeah, so pretty sure I misheard. Thought she sat in stool. No, I said she sat on a stool in the pool. Is the gameplay too loud? It sounds loud on my end. It sounds a little bit loud on my end. Was that loud? I could probably just turn the maybe turn the music down. Actually, you know what? I think he did do it. I think he did just do a stream. Okay, let me turn the music down. Yeah, the music was up real loud. I turned the music way down. I like having the sound effects being a little bit audible, but the music itself I went down. There must have been there was just an update as I was getting ready for the game. So I guess yeah. All right, so real quick, let me I feel like I stopped at a weird point on that. So my only issue isn't with her doing it. It's the ambiguity of the platform not making it clear what the rules actually are for it. Because someone like Amaranth was very clearly entirely doing it. Once you're at the point where you're not in the pool using the pool, you're in the pool sitting on a stool playing a game with your feet getting a little bit wet, you're not wearing the bikini to tan outside because you're in the house, and you're not wearing it because you're in the pool playing in the pool or whatever. It's entirely at that point for the purposes of showing off the body. But it's not an artistic thing, so what is the purpose? You're left with pretty much one option, gratification. I don't care necessarily, but if Twitch wants to allow that, they need to make that clear and stop saying, well, if it's sexual, that's when there's a problem. And it's like, okay, well, that's kind of the only intent of what she was doing at that point. So my issue is with Twitch not being real. Although I think it's hilarious that the way she acted like she hadn't done anything wrong, like Twitch was just being puritanical or something. But I mean, she knew what she was doing, and we all knew what she was doing. It's not like it's some secret. Everybody knew what she was trying to do with her entire purpose in how she was doing it. So that was only funny to me because like it was clearly like trying to play the victim over something she knew she did. But I still disagree with the fact that they didn't tell her and they didn't communicate and it didn't really make any sense. The fact that they the rules were like very gray and vague, and then all of a sudden now she's got the ads back, like didn't make any sense. Oh. 99% sure that's what you said. Just wanted clarification. Gotcha. This is a mod or official? This is oh crap. Dang it. I thought he was reloading. This is official. This is there's a 80s update where they added Bruce Willis and Rambo. They added John McClane and Rambo for this season. Dang it. Somebody else got me as I went to kill him. One of the big problems I had is when Drifter and 8 Thoughts had that beef, they banned 8 Thoughts and didn't know if they removed 8 Thoughts on Twitch. Yeah, it's weird the stuff that they let go and the stuff that they don't. I never liked 8 Thoughts, to be honest with you. I've never liked him. I just kind of... Oh, come on. How did that miss? I hate the crossbow. Reminds me, some people go on holiday then post pictures of bikini at the beach, and you think they have that mentality, or you think they are trying to be sexual. I mean, I think obviously that's different because I think that's more artistic. I think that's more on the side of artistry. Like,
I can live with that.
This is a memory. That serves a lot more purpose than I'm sitting in a pool every day, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I said, no problem with them doing it. I have a problem with Twitch saying that you're allowed to do it and you're not allowed to do it at the same time. I don't know how they screwed that up. That is definitely going to be the kill cam. Oh. Ah, almost got him. I mean, maybe. Like, here's the thing: the whole argument with body painting was that it was artists. You know what I mean? It was artistry. I mean, it was clearly not. I mean, like, you could just paint on a canvas and it's still art. You know what I mean? So they could just paint on a canvas. That one seemed like it was also kind of a clear workaround for the system. Here's the thing. I have a hard time believing that many women really didn't think it was like a workaround for the system or just to show off their bodies or whatever, and they actually viewed it as just for the art. I think a lot of them probably did. Like, they love the idea of, like, cosplaying that way, basically. You know, that artistry aspect of it. But I don't think that out of, like, the, you know, let's say that there's 50,000 streamers that are doing body painting. I don't think that out of all of those streamers, the majority of them were actually seeing it as some beautiful artistic work. I don't think that was their reason for doing it, you know what I mean? Yes, this scuffed... I think I'm imagining, like, a guy, like, walking through a museum, right? An art museum or whatever. But it's just a bunch of women that are just body painted. And then, so, like, then you have, like, oh, crap. If I would've gotten there 1 second later. But it's just body painted girls, right? Streamers. But then... on top of that, the body painting streamers, you got the scuffed ones mixed in with the good ones. And then the guy's just like scrutinizing them. Ones that are painted poorly and things like I don't know. It's a funny concept in my head. I'm having a hard time verbalizing it. Very, very hard time verbalizing it. I don't know how they missed me. Crap, he's... Alright, at least I got that one. How bad was the new episode of the Elysium documentary? I agree with everybody else. It seems like it was the best one of the ones that I've from what I've seen. I'll be honest, I didn't watch all of the others. Dang it! How was I doing that good and at the bottom of the leaderboard? What? I'm actually dumbfounded that as good as I felt like I was doing, I had 18 deaths. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. Later, Luna. Thanks for hanging out. All right, let me catch up on chat while we're in between games here. Not when it's sweaty dad who's a thick boy. Now if it was Trisha Paytas, sign me up. At one point, I was actually planning on doing like getting like a GIF or something of a hot tub, and putting it over over my cam, so it was like right here. Yes, it does. Good point. It's art, but it's more like a banana taped to a wall art. Like I said, some body painters are extremely talented, and they do it because they actually love it. It's like cosplay for them. Like cosplay to a lot of people isn't actually just about being sexual or whatever, but some people have found a way to mix that with what they like doing, right? The cosplay with the sexual stuff, and merge them to make what they like into something profitable so that they can turn what they like doing into their thing, right? But there's a lot of people that just do it. And I think there's a little bit of a difference there. But you can't exactly like police people based on how they view what they're doing, obviously. So I don't know how they would go about that, like how they would go about treating that, but I feel like that's the nuance. That's a nuance that's kind of important a little bit to that. I don't know why I thought that could go through there. I'm just like looking at the chat. Let's see. Let me catch up with chat over here. Twitch sucks balls. Yes, it does. Crap. There we go. I don't know why I felt my mouse felt sticky there. Oh no. How was it? Definitely was experience in it. Because I was hearing the Death Noodles didn't really add much. He pretty much said the same thing he said before about like dangerous. It's dangerous to have big audiences with bad creators. You know. But of course, he still stands against. You know, weaponizing your audiences and things like that, while doing it himself. So. How would you know that what balls taste like? Good question, Jack. You got him there. Getting a mini pool or hot tub, wear it around your neck, paint a bikini for your face. Hey, congrats! Congrats on graduating. I know I'm probably a little behind because I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Remember Live Leak? Live Leak is a video. How does? Okay, wait. He asked how you know what balls taste like, and your response is, remember Live Leak? Would you lick the screen? Come on, Jack or Jay. What do you mean? Or do you mean you took a leak live? That's the new hot tub meta. Taking a leak in a hot tub. I hate the crossbow. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. No. Congrats, Goblin. I'm gonna dunk my junk and paint his elephant. Want to see the elephant's trunk? There we go. Finally, I hate the crossbow. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. There's somewhere around here. It was for a lab test, I promise. Okay, that was funny. That was a good one, Jay. Oh! Got him. Ha! Yes. Oh! Need a ball pit to take a leak. Yeah. Pee is stored in the balls. Oh! You got me. I need to slow down a little bit more. Alright, how do you feel with the Omwrecker or Vanis crew situation? I agree with Tommy said about his stream. I'll be honest, I haven't looked into all of it. I watched Tommy's stream. The stuff that Omwrecker has said, there's a lot of weird stuff he said. Cause like he's like run with, he seemed like he, my understanding is that he actually tried to like really push the idea that the Jack versus Mark thing was like real and actually had weight to it, but it seems like Jacksepticeye wasn't like focusing on that himself. Oh, come on, dude. I was about to knock that guy off. Come on. In the window. Oh, jeez. This thing sucks. Got him. Oh. Dang it, somebody else got him. Ball pits back. Ball pit stream for this. She's at work. Oh, I thought that was a shotgun. America doesn't seem to care about victims, I believe. I don't see. That's the funny thing. I have a hard. I don't assume that people with sketchy allegations like that are just trying to weaponize them for personal gain, but it's hard to think of like why would you assume the worst. I think most of these cases, like I'm not saying that necessarily Omwrecker. I don't know Omwrecker at all. I'd never heard of him until recently, right? But I have a hard time believing that they're really that with as many of these allegation situations where like they're sketchy at best, I have a hard time believing that the most of them are malicious to the point of like they know they're lying or they know they're twisting a situation. I think they genuinely believe that they're in the right. But with guys like this Omwrecker dude, I don't know if it's possible he actually just believes that I don't know if he wants it to be true, so he believes it. You know what I mean? That's the thing is like I think there's some of these situations where people convince themselves that things are true, because it benefits them. Like not consciously, like they don't consciously that they think I want this to be true, so I'm gonna believe this is true. I think that there's a lot of situations where they're so wrapped up in their own thing that they're just willing to buy anything. Like we saw with Def Noodles, right? Def Noodles was so wrapped up in like I'm positive that James Charles is doing this, this, and this, and he's malicious and he's a groomer, he's attacking people, and we don't know that he knew the ages, which would mean that if he didn't know the ages, that means that he's not knowingly talking to minors, which means he's not going after them specifically. Now, is he? We also don't know how many people he's messaging, right? That was one of the big issues I have, is like the idea that people were saying all he's messaging are these underage people, but we don't know how many people are of age that he's talking to. We've never seen his DMs or anything, right? We only see like the ones that have leaked. Nobody of age has leaked them, but we'd have to assume that he hasn't DM'd anybody of age, but they don't have any reason to come out and defend him either, you know? Dang it. So anyway, yeah, I feel comfortable saying, yeah, he broke the law and he crossed the line. He's legally a sex offender now, but I still don't think there's enough evidence that he's attracted to minors. Now, Def Noodles was so convinced that he was doing it on purpose that he repeatedly, more than insinuated on Twitter, and then he like ran the false allegations so that without vetting them first, like all that crazy stuff, right? Like I think he still got that tweet up where he like tried to like, some people are saying this is fake, but I don't think so. Like, dude, you're trying to make it sound like it's a legitimate claim, even though you know it's fake now. That's not cool. That's not okay. That's so sketchy. So, the difference, I think, is between people that don't know... The difference, I think, is between people that are maliciously spinning things and the people that are just so wrapped up in their situation that they believe whatever they're told or whatever they hear. I think with the Ohmwrecker situation, it sounds like he has problems with people. So then the things he heard are just kind of like confirmed by little other things he has problems with. I don't think it's necessarily like Tommy thinks, where like, and other people think like he just doesn't want to play. He's mad that he won't play with them, so he accuses him of being a pedophile or something. That seems really odd to me, that you would go to that length, right? And then the fact that Mini Lad was in the group and what happened with him, probably to this guy at some level seems like, okay, too many coincidences. This is the conclusion I'm coming to. But I don't know. Even after the interview with TJV, Ohmwrecker basically threw his Keem under the bus. That wouldn't surprise me. Ohmwrecker, based on the things I have seen, seems like he genuinely believes the stuff, but it's because he's gotten to a point where I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase it. He's just gotten to the point that he, I think he's got an ego, right? He's like full of himself, focused on himself, and he's convinced himself that he's right. So people that have convinced themselves that they're right in a lot of situations, they're going to continue to just do whatever because they think they're right. If they just continue saying they're right, it'll just be right. I can't be wrong. I'm right. I know I'm right. I can't be wrong. I'm just going to keep saying I'm right until everyone else understands that what I'm saying is the truth and that I'm right. There's a shocking amount of people in the world like that. It's crazy. It's actually annoying. And from what I see, everyone is saying Ohm lies, so he's not trustworthy. If you're known for lying, you're doomed. Yeah, I agree. Okay, maybe I overdid it a little bit. Maybe I overdid it a little bit with that one. That one was kind of unprompted. And I have to shoot a video this weekend. Now I'm gonna have to shoot this video with a giant rip in the head of my chair. Yeah, from what I'm hearing, he's not a trustworthy narrator.
We're pulling ahead.
Oh crap! I thought that was him standing up. It was just his gun flying up in the air after somebody killed him. Where was he? What? The frick was he? Yeah, and even when they tell the truth, no one believe him. Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't know enough about the guy. My vibe that I get from the whole thing, the little bit that I do know about him and all that, is I would assume that he's probably convinced himself of this stuff. It's still better than the old man office chair I got. I can't tell you how many farts this chair soaked up in the 3 years I've had it. Yeah, this chair sucks, man. This chair is like falling apart. My wife had actually offered to buy me a chair for Father's Day. But we ran into a little financial snafu with her car. Dang it. I was doing so good last night, man. You can see little bits here and there where I'm doing really good, and that's usually more how I play. Dang it, I saw him and I acted too slow.
Hostile sentry turret active.
Ah, I thought I had him. Probably go another... I'll probably do one more round after this. Then I gotta get him ready for bed. This has really gone well. I'm pretty happy with how the stream went. Normally I would bring people on, like bring some of my friends on the stream at some point. But nobody was really around tonight, as far as I know, that could actually join the call. Like usually Jay can, but Jack's usually got stuff going on where he's got to stay muted. So it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll just leave it off for now. But yeah, we'll it'll be nice to like organize some game nights and stuff like that every once in a while. I only plan on streaming like, you know, twice a month maybe from this account for right now. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm glad this has gone so well. See, here's the thing, right? Another reason, I didn't really go into this at all. I didn't really go into this, but another reason I kind of wanted to try doing some streaming on YouTube again, and on the main channel this time, is that like guys like Review Tech USA, who I like watching, he has a lot of fun with his audience when he does his streams. And he does it on his main channel, and it doesn't impact him negatively. It actually seems like it may actually benefit him positively. Benefit him positively. Now I'm stuck on the infinite loop of how do you benefit something negatively? What is a negative benefit? That doesn't make any sense. Should have went silent after HCO said, yeah, it was real, but I was set up. And he kept talking and flopped it. Wait, has something happened tonight? Did something happen tonight? I know I saw somebody say that Keem had tweeted something, but it sounded ominous, like it was ending badly for H2O. Maybe I misunderstood the context of the tweet. Okay, at least I'm back to breaking even on my
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
on my kills here.
We pulled ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's something real negative, for Ohm, then yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that actually. I don't very often watch Drama Alert. I hear about the conversations that happen on Drama Alert and all that, like from Twitter later anyway. That turret is there just to kill the one guy. See if I can get some kills with a pistol. This is off topic, but the one where he said the conversation with the girl happened but felt betrayed. Yeah. Missed the beginning. Thumbnail gets 9 out of 10. Thank you. Yeah, I was really happy with this one. I was so mad when my internet went down earlier and I thought I wasn't going to be able to stream. I was like, I wasted this thumbnail on nothing? And this is the first stream I'm doing on the main channel? Come on. Not cool. I was legit. I was actually malding. I hate the word malding because usually it doesn't actually apply to the people, but yeah, I was actually malding. Like, what a time for the internet to go down. Oh, I missed them all. Where are they? Where are they? Night, Anonymous. Thanks for hanging out, man. Let's see. Bo Black's dropped a video and just retweets. So Bo Blacks do be Bo Blacksin. Alright, let's see. If enemies makes me want friendly Trisha Paytas, I want to be called Skinny Ledger for no reason. Dude, that would be so funny if Ethan only had Trisha there to make him look like the skinny one. It's like, well, if I sit next to Gila, I look, like, massive. I look so fat. But if I sit next to Trisha, now I look not so much. Let's see, stupid chopper. Oh, I'm leading the game right now. Oh, cool. I didn't realize I had these perks ready to go. Got one. Stupid rocket launcher. Did you see Jake in a hot tub? Hater. Well, Craig lifts. I don't have time to lift because of all my family stuff and all that. If I did, I would never get to upload or stream or anything. I wouldn't do anything at that point. So I don't know. I'd be willing to bet that he's probably skinnier than I am. But he's still thick. Still wait for the day Boogie and Ralph get in a sumo wrestling match. I would hate to see how frenemies reacted to how people on Twitter said it can't script the story. You know, given how my attention was like split between chat and the game, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think I'll do one more match and then I'm probably gonna hop off. I might see if there's somebody to send. Let me see. I'll bring it up right now. See if there's anybody to send the stream to. Almost everybody streamed earlier, so. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Brooks Heatherly versus Ralph. Bet it'll happen. Ethan, he's on the... Yeah, Ethan's like grasping at straws at this point, I think, to take down anyone he can. It's funny because I remember a couple years ago on the podcast, he actually talked like he was ashamed that he was part of building the commentary community. He was ashamed of the fact that he had a hand in creating it. Which always seemed funny to me because he's like... His whole logic was like, because it's toxic. It's like, my guy, you're probably the most toxic of the people that's still doing commentary in any capacity. just comes off like really, like he doesn't understand what he does at all. It's just priceless. All right, so let me finish customizing this because I did not get enough done. Firepower. All right, we go with that one. Under barrel.
Hardcore team deathmatch.
Cruiser grip. Let's get rid of the optic.
Original. We're full ahead.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Alright, cool. Oh, this isn't the right gun. No. I want that one. Dang it. No, I'm stuck with it. It's just toxic the other way. Yeah. Exactly. Alright, I'm off trying to get sleep. Back to you when you get it. Oh, dang it. I forgot to switch it. Yeah, thank you. Luckily I hadn't actually started playing yet. Night, man. Thanks for hanging out, Ray. Have a good night. Oh, crap. I was looking over his head. I was looking at the doorway. Wait, I thought I just changed this gun out. Oh, it was this class. Dang it.
We're taking control.
Alright, maybe I'll do one more after all, because this is already off to a bad start. We'll see how this match ends. Let's see if I can turn it around here. Alright, I think I've already turned it around pretty well. Oh, there's one right there. I shouldn't have laughed so hard at that. It was a dumb thing to laugh at, but jeez, that was funny. I just barely swapped the gun in time. I feel like I've been really getting better lately. Granted, I'm also playing hardcore because I prefer to play hardcore. I definitely prefer to play hardcore. Oh, you mean the blank one that I've tweeted out multiple times? Oh! Dang it. There was like 3 of them in one spot. Oh. Spawn switch. Holy crap, I am wrecking in this game. Now I kind of don't want to stop playing. Now I kind of want to stop playing because this is making me look like I could go pro, but I'm not this good normally. After seeing that Def Noodles block those journalists, how could not see this video? Yeah. Well, I think some people have now got where we were coming from. I was looking at the chat, not actually looking where I was crawling. I should have seen that guy. Some people actually see where we were coming from now. Holy crap! I had one death, and I dropped a whole percentage, or a whole point. Where toxic has lost a lot of meaning. Who cares if the commentary community is toxic? Yeah, I hate the word toxic, actually, because the word toxic is so overused. Yeah, I agree. And it's used to describe, like, an odd selection of things, if you ask me. Like, sometimes the things are that people are mad because it's toxic. I'm mad because it's toxic. A lot of times they're not really that big a deal. Like, some people view arguing on Twitter at all as toxic. It's like, well, why is that toxic? Because I have an appetite and diabetes and probably gonna have heart disease when I'm older. Now, for real though, I've lost a lot of weight recently, actually. I lost like 40 pounds between last summer and this spring. I mean, I'm a gamer. Jeez, everybody's just lining up for me. Thank you. Where was that shot from? Is that another chopper from the enemy team? Is that what that is? Oh no, that's friendly.
Mission goals are in sight. Take the win.
Dang it, they dodged. Doesn't know blocked the juror, so I wouldn't be surprised if he blocked Miss Hansen. I don't think so. I don't think he did. I don't think he will either. The funny thing is, he did, even though he blocked a lot of the journalists, it looks like he didn't block Taylor Lorenz, because Taylor Lorenz, like quote tweeted him earlier. So I don't think he blocked her, but he blocked a bunch of the other ones. I don't know how I failed that shot. Toxic is it's fun most of the times. You know, there's a difference between just being toxic, in my opinion, and like being hateful. I mean, in terms of like how most people seem to view being toxic, right? All right, let's see what happened. I want to see what this was. I want to see what kills in it, because there's no way it wasn't me, right? I feel like I had a better run than this. Oh no, okay, this is actually a decent one. Oh yeah, because I got like 3 kills right here. Oh, it's not going to show me go around and get more kills. Oh well. I'll still take it. You know what? I did real well. I'll do one more. I really shouldn't, because I got to get him to bed, but he's got a little while. I'll let him stay up another 15 minutes. I really want to see if I want to see if this luck goes one more game or not. Okay, so but here's the thing, right? All right, I'm gonna make sure that I hit that again. I think there's gonna be a behind the scenes for the Elysion documentary. Not really, because the whole Elysion documentary is basically supposed to be, you know, behind the scenes of Elysion, like what you don't know. I think Def Noodles. There's some people that seem to think he's like just kind of basically clout farming. Like he hung out around with the journalists and all that, then he blocks them, right? When they've outlived their usefulness, and then he moves on. I don't think that's it. I think he's just kind of flying by the seat of his pants. In his interview on that podcast, he even talked about how everything he does is like through the lens of improv, right? So he does things, and then he talks about in an interview how like all that stuff that he tells everybody is like, no, all of his shtick, all the satire, right? All the satire that he does is based on improv. So in the interview, he said, even though his whole thing is like, this whole thing is a well sculpted and planned critique and satire of the commentary community and drama, but then he goes on and says that everything that he did was like stuff that just in the moment he just grabbed because he thought it was interesting, and then later attributed meaning to it. So what he did is he just did random stuff and then found a reason after to make sense of why he did it. I think he does that a lot in his life. I think he just does things and then rationalizes later why he did it to make himself feel like he did it for a smart thing, like a smart reason. It was big smart. I did it for a good reason. It was all planned. I consciously grabbed the headphones. They just happened to be ones with ears. That means that I consciously grabbed them because it's a satirical element that I later came up with. Nope. It's not how that works.
Working. We're behind.
Joker 2, I'm not so sure about. I agree with what a lot of people are saying that they should have picked a different Batman villain to try and like make that type of movie for. I definitely think they should have done that. I definitely think that would have been the right move to make. Picking a different villain and going down that path. Like imagine like doing the Riddler or something, or maybe doing Harley Quinn. Like if here's the thing, they already have a Harley Quinn, but if I could see if like, oh no wait, but no they could just his therapist. Because I'm thinking like the end of the Joker, he's talking to his therapist, right? I could imagine a sequel where they set up like the Harley Quinn behind the scenes story, right? But not the one played by Margot Robbie. A different one, just like they're doing with that. Like it's its own thing, standalone. So I could see them doing that. A Bane movie would be interesting. Death Noodles is... I'm not sure what that word is. Yeah. Yeah, no, I tweeted out the other day that that video aged like Aztec gold in a temple. And I feel pretty good about that. Hot take, I was not that big a fan of Batman Begins. That movie aged very poorly to me. It just didn't seem like the fun and the intrigue of that movie lasted very long. And it started to feel kind of like a tropey superhero origin story movie. Dark Knight, The Dark Knight, I loved. I guess somebody subscribed. I didn't get a notification of what that was. I'm gonna die. Yep. Let me see what OBS says. OBS says nothing. Well, thank you for the follow or whatever that was. I'm sorry, the notification didn't show up for me. I don't know what happened. Let me see. Wait. Oh, can I see it in here? No, I can't see it there. All right. Well then. Sorry, I'm gonna have to figure out something about these notifications because I got nothing on what that notification was. I just heard it and that was it. Oh, is that one of my guys? It was. Dark Knight is me. I will say that after I watched The Dark Knight recently, a lot of it I realized is a lot of my favoritism for that movie is based on Heath Ledger's performance alone. There are some more obvious issues the more you watch that movie. I've been watching that movie for years. I love that movie so much. I've watched it over and over again. But after so many times watching it, I have started to notice some of the issues with it that other people see. But I do still think all right, I gotta go a different way. I gotta get myself out of that circle. It is still one of my favorite superhero movies, though. Just so we're clear. It's flawed, and I see more of the flaws now, but it's still one of my favorites. Scarecrow, however, like I was saying earlier about Batman Begins, I do not like Batman Begins anymore. It feels too superhero origin tropey to me. It's not a bad movie necessarily, but it hasn't aged in a way where I find it interesting anymore. Whereas Dark Knight, the way they realize everything and make it now real. Oh, there we go. I can't help but love that. Dang it, he shot through two other people's heads and hit me. But I'm trying to think, because like Riddler would be kind of interesting, but without the Riddler, or like with the Riddler, you would kind of need to have somebody to go against the Riddler, and I don't see them doing that like without Batman. It'd be hard to pull off. I think Harley Quinn makes the most sense, but with the current universe for the movies the way it is, I don't see them doing that. It seems like it would be a silly move. Bane would be kind of interesting if they tried to like more normalize it. Nice job, douche. I don't see them doing Poison Ivy, but Poison Ivy would be a kind of a cool one. The thing is, they can't really do that kind of a movie with super powered ones, I don't think. But if you do one where you could actually, where it's somebody that could like above average ability or something, like a wrestler, like a pro wrestler, like Bane is just a pro wrestler or whatever, I could see that. Then you don't even need the superhero element. Well, for Red Hood, you would need to have the Joker. I mean, you'd have to have Batman. If the Joker 2 ended up somehow working out to be the introduction of Red Hood, I would lose my mind. But it's not going to happen. I can almost guarantee that's not what's going to happen. They're not going to do that. Here's the thing. Here's my thing, right? Under the Red Hood is one of the best animated superhero, especially, movies I've ever seen. It is one of my favorite. I have heard Mr. Freeze suggested before, because Mr. Freeze, like, he's not really super powered. He has a condition. There's ways you could, like, sort of make that believable fiction. You know what I mean? Like, realize it a little bit. Venom 2 is gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm hoping that Venom 2 doesn't end up being a letdown. Venom 1 was okay. I didn't hate it like a lot of other people did. It was okay. It was a fun movie. It was a fun movie that was that I wasn't going into taking it super seriously or anything. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. Oh, you were really trying to get my attention for real now, aren't you? All right, I'm gonna finish this game and then I'm gonna off, buddy. He's like just hanging. He's literally trying to hold onto the back of my chair and hang from it. Little goofball. He's been a little wily tonight. Try to think of who else. Because like there was a Riddler, there's Black Mask, but like that's the thing is a lot of these mobsters aren't popular enough to warrant that kind of movie though. You know who might be good? Catwoman. They screwed up Catwoman so bad with the Halle Berry one. That I could see, like, actually doing, like, a cat burglar thing and taking the superhero element, the supervillain element out of it. Because I don't think Catwoman... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else knows. Did Catwoman actually have any powers in, like, the comics and all that? Or was that just something they did in the movie that wasn't, like, based on the comics and all? Because I thought she was just a cat burglar, and, like, Batman, she was just had agility, and she was, you know... She worked out, and... She did yoga, like, whatever. Like, that my understanding was that's kind of, like, the case with Catwoman. She wasn't, like, superpowered. Winning Carnage should be in the theater so long. I'm so glad. Batman versus Anarchy movie would be boss. I'm spacing on Anarchy. I'll be honest. I don't know why I'm spacing on who Anarchy is. I'll have to look into that one. Thank you, Bronx. Oh, some of the things those random things I'm hearing that I thought was text chat. It's because they have sound bites of Bruce Willis. I had no idea. I forgot all about that. Let's see. At least Venom 2 is doing more comedy and it makes it so serious. Yeah, that's the thing is with a comic book movie you have to have a little bit of levity in there. I think it's one of the main issues with the DC movies is that they're trying to focus so hard on like the dark and gritty, but they like suck the life out of it, and they ruin a lot of the stuff that makes what Marvel does good. They kind of suck a lot of that air out of the room. And they're trying to distinguish themselves from Marvel, but it's like what Marvel does is really, really working. When you take everything away from that and you're trying to like be the exact opposite or whatever, you're going against what works. That's one of the problems you're having. You need to kind of find your own way to do spin how they do it, because they do a very good job of taking the Like, one thing Marvel does really good is taking the format and function of a comic, like how they do comics and how they spin comics into the next comic and how they have running storylines, right? The movies are supposed to feel like the comics in the sense of how the story works. I think that's one of the reasons that they work so well, is the story actually works like a comic book storyline does. And I think that's one of the reasons people hate it so much, is because so many people love it and so many people hate it from a cinematic point of view and a movie point of view, because the movies do so much work to set up future plot lines. But if you read a comic book, that's what happens in the comics. In the comics, they're constantly like preparing you for things that are going to happen, or later down the road, retroactively making things mean different things. Like, that kind of stuff happens all the time. That's one of the things that makes comics function as a format so well, I think. And come here, I gotcha. And I think that's one of the reasons it's worked out so well with Marvel, is that they've really leaned into that side of things. They don't do the campy stuff, but DC does more of the campy stuff. I mean, there's a little bit of camp. Not much camp, though, in Marvel. A lot of it's more like sarcastic and all that. Camp, I don't know if I would say there's a whole lot of camp in there, though. DC, I feel like there's more camp in it. And camp doesn't really sell as well anymore. So, I think that those are some of the issues that they're running into with that. Alright. Okay. It's been a good time. It's been about 2 hours now. I gotta go put my kid to bed and hopefully get to work on this video a little bit and hopefully get it done this weekend. Like I said, I'm planning on releasing either early next week or Friday, hopefully, of next week. So hopefully this Death Noodles video will be done around then. I'm gonna put in chat the link to Biscuit Bastard's stream. If you guys want to go over, head over and say hi to him, give him a shot. I'm probably gonna go hang out and chat while I'm getting him ready for bed and stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys when I see you.